Step 2. Now we are ready to import or add questions to the question bank. Two major reasons why you want to set up your questions in your course question bank is so, one, they will clone with the course when you teach it the next time, and also it gives you a bank to pull from when you're creating maybe your midterm or final exam. So if we go back to the main page of our course, and under the administration block, click on Question Bank, and that's going to open up an additional menu, and then choose Categories. Now, whether you're adding your own questions to the bank or you are going to import a test bank from, say, a vendor that you use, like Pearson or Cengage, you want to create categories. And the reason for that is it helps to keep your questions organized. And let's say you change vendors or you change to a new edition of the textbook, so the questions could change. It will help you to differentiate which edition of questions that you need to pull in for the course that you're teaching currently. So to add a category, you're going to scroll down to the bottom to this Add Category section. For Parent Category, you'll want to choose Top, and then in the name box is where you want to add your category title. So you might put Chapter 1, you could put the title of that chapter, and you could put which edition. And you might even want to put one of the author's names. And then click Add Category. Okay, and now we can see that we have our Chapter 1 Intro 5th edition Barnes. So this lets me know that the questions that I'm going to add onto this Chapter 1 are different than the questions that are already in this Chapter 1 category. Now, I recommend going ahead and setting up all of your categories at one time. So say you have 16 chapters that you want to create questions for or add questions in for, then you'll want to go through the Add a Category, again choose Top, so add in the name of your next category, Add Category, and here you can see that it's added that category. Once you have your categories set up, the next step is to add your questions. And to do that, under the question bank, we're going to choose Questions. And that is still located again under the administration block. And we want to select the category where we want to add our questions. So for example, I'm going to choose our Chapter 1 Intro 5th edition. So as you can see, it's a brand new category and there are no questions yet. So to add a question, we're going to click the Create a New Question button, and these are all the different question options available to you in Moodle. Again, you can click any of the radio buttons and it'll give you a brief description about that question option. So for this training, we're going to do a multiple choice and then click Add. Okay, the question name is a name only you, the instructor, will see. This is just a way to help you know, did I create a question for that particular topic or maybe term? So again, just to help you. Okay, in the question text is where you're going to enter the actual question that your students will see. I'm going to abbreviate that to save time. Alright, if you scroll down, you can provide some general feedback, but typically if you want to give feedback, most instructors will provide it per answer. Now you can choose if there's only one right answer or if multiple answers are allowed for this particular question. If you want to shuffle the choices, again, be careful if you do decide to shuffle and you're using the all of the above or none of the above as an answer option. And you can also choose how you want Moodle to number or letter the answer options. Okay, in the choice 1, you'll put in the first answer option. If this answer is not the correct one, you will leave the grade set at none. And in the feedback section is where you could provide feedback such as please refer back to chapter 1, section 5, whatever feedback that you can give them that would help them to go back and find the correct answer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple options here. Okay, in the correct answer, you want to set that to be 100%. You can add in as many answer options as you would like. You can even click this to add 3 more choices. Once you've added in your answer options, click Save Changes. Now we see that our question has been added and it's showing that we have one question now in this category. If you need to edit the question, click on the gear wheel and that will reopen the question. You can go in and make any changes. You can duplicate the question. You can preview the question to see how it will look to the student. And the X, of course, would delete the question. If you are wanting to use a test bank from a vendor, please contact us in the Distance Education Department and we will be happy to assist you through your first import, or we'll even be happy to handle the entire test bank import process for you. Next, we will be looking at the third and final step to creating a quiz.